Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Repeat after me. Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam Vande Guru-paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam. Just recapping what we did in the morning, and what is happening is, what we have seen is the 15 steps to practice in life by a seeker, so that he can come to abide in the truth, in the consciousness that he is, in the atman that he is. And those 15 steps were that, they were, I'll tell you what they were once again. Let's recap that one also. कहाँ गया भाई? 101. हाँ, 102 and 3. No, 101. Where are the 15 steps?
Two and three.
2 and 3, correct. The 15 steps were Yama, Niyama, Tyagaha, Maunam. So Yama is control of senses, Niyama is control of mind, Tyaga is renunciation, Maunam is silence, Desha is space or place, Kal is time, Asanam is posture, Mula Bandha is the root that restrains, Deha Samyam is equipoise of the body, and then Druk Sthitihi, steadiness of the vision, and then Prana Sanyamanam, control of vital forces, and Pratyahar, which was self-withdrawal, then Dharana, concentration, Atma Dhyanam, that is continuous meditation, and the last was Samadhi, that is complete absorption. And these were the 15 steps to abide in the self, abide in the Atman, and we saw them exhaustively, each one of them. And now, having told that yes, you have done Vivek, Vairagya, Shatka Sampatti, Mumukshutvam, and you have understood what the Atman is, you have understood that there is nothing, that ignorance is being attracted to the world and knowledge is being oriented towards the self, and so on and so forth. And now you have, and these practices also you are doing. Then why am I not getting realized? Why am I not abiding? Why am I, why? Guys, you sit quietly. Why? Even now, after understanding everything, being convinced about everything, practicing the steps that have been enumerated, doing that also, still then after meditation when I come out, why the world is still there? This question, don't get intoxicated by meditation. Our goal is to transform the vision so that inside, outside, there is only one. Only intellectual conviction is not enough. Transformation also must happen of your vision or of your mind. And in this way, 133. And in this way, the where are we? Sorry. So that now the topic in 127th and 128th verses, that when whatever you may do, whatever practices you may do, these practices, or there are other paths also, but we are going through Vedanta, and these are the paths given in it was a redefining the steps given in the Ashtanga Yoga, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. How does a Vedanti or a wise man look at it? And that's what Adi Shankaracharya is giving here. And we saw that everything was directed towards Brahman. Posture is not posture of the body. Posture was sit where you are sitting in Brahman. And just one example. And so here it says why it is not clicking, why it's that complete absorption and transformation is not happening, is because there are certain obstacles, and they will come. As long as you are in this world, the obstacle will appear, because we have lived a life of world orientation. And what were the obstacles? The obstacles that appear during samadhi abhyas, meaning during absorption, are lack of inquiry. Therefore, samadhi abhyas is not possible. Lack of inquiry is what? Lack of inquiry into the essence. Who am I? And not correctly assessing the constant versus the changing. Atma is the unchanging principle. World, everything else is changing. So, making that distinction and then being oriented towards the constant principle, which is the self. Then idleness was laziness. It was an expression of tamas. No vision, no urge to be better than what you are right now. Yeah, sab chalta hai attitude. That is good to have chalta hai attitude. If you are having chalta hai attitude, if you are in bliss, then it is good. But here you are idle. You are complain also, and you are idle also. You don't want to do also. Nobody can help you. You have to help yourself. Idleness to inquire. Idleness to do the practices. Idleness to attend satsangs or be in satsang with yourself. Then third is desire for sense pleasures. As long as the desire for the world, lokeshna, vitteshna, and putreshna is there, desire for children, desire for wealth, and desire for name and fame in the world, as long as these three eshanas means desires, as long as these three desires, and these three desires cover all the desires that you can imagine in your mind. That name and fame can be even that you want. The wealth is not only physical wealth. Vitteshna does not mean wealth for money and gold. Vitteshna also means desire for siddhis. It also means that. And in this way, as long as you have a desire for enjoying the world, going to different lokas, wanting to see the world, wanting to know what others are thinking about you, what others are talking about you, enjoy, talk about food day in and day out. Before the day of the fast, you are thinking about what you are going to make tomorrow. So, tomorrow is fast. So today you eat the vake. And then tomorrow morning, instead of fasting means you should be available to the Lord with minimum activity, with minimum and invoking the energy. And what do you eat on that day? Sabudana khichdi, the heaviest food you can ever imagine in life. It goes into the tummy and oh, but if I eat sabudana, then I'm not hungry. But that was not the purpose. Other days also you eat normally, then eat normally. Why you are eating, overeating or eating little bit also? It make kabhi sabudana khake you can be energetic? Impossible. It just pulls you down. So desire for sense pleasure, continuously talking about what is available in that shop, what is available in the where is that movie going on, what is in the see that new dress has come out, and etc etc. Then sleep is expression of tamas. It is wanting to be ignorant, not wanting to be awake to anything. There is too much to handle, man. Okay, better sleep, better remain inside the house. Yeah. Then dullness is non-inspiration to live life. There is no oomph in life. There is no spark in your life. There is no spark in your eyes. There is no spark in your speech. There is no spark in your movements. Everything thake. Thake means tired, always looking tired, always looking droopy, always looking sleepy, always looking, even if there is a joke, if everyone is laughing, rote hue hasna hai. That is dullness. Instead, what is the opposite of dullness? Tej. You should be bright, you should be smiling, you should be laughing, you should be contributing, you should be active. Then next one is distractions. When we are on the seat of meditation, wanting to get into samadhi or getting to be absorbed, the mind is waiting to be absorbed or doing whatever exercises, practices. At that time, suddenly the heat becomes a distraction, cold becomes a distraction, mosquito becomes a distraction, phone call becomes a distraction, utensil falling from the kitchen, in the kitchen becomes a distraction, memory becomes a distraction, inner thoughts, inner vasanas, which are in your subconscious mind, they can come and hijack. So it requires humongous love and conviction for the self that you want to be perfect in order to not to be affected by these distractions. They will come, but not to be affected. See? Then taste of joy. This is rasa, that there is still longing left in your heart and mind for experiences of the world, experiences of opposite sex, experiences of holding your child, how this longing expresses when you are sitting alone. Suddenly the picture of your child will come in your mind, and immediately all the heart goes mushy, and all that must stop. That is not helpful in your absorption of the mind, because that attachment to the child, attachment to the parents, like someone told me, Swamiji, every year during the Shradha, these 2 weeks before Navratri, automatically I think of my parents. Both of the parents have passed away, and they come, they talk to me, they are always in my mind. Why this is happening? I said, you have trained your mind like that. Then what should I do? Do what Ramakrishna did. Take a knife, take a sword, take a gun, shoot them. Where? In your mind. So that they don't come and trouble you anymore. Cut their head. Then samadhi will begin. It is better you want to live thinking, I also think of my father. He's not there anymore. But what do I think? Only a gratefulness, and that's it. That he gave me this body. To my mother, she's still there. That they gave me this body. More than that, do the drama outside. Don't be over invested in them. Then where do you put your energy then? Over invest in Atma Chintan. Over invest in absorption of the mind, control of your senses, control of your breath, control of your mind, as it was explained here. So this longing is a very big problem. Continuously wanting to indulge. Some sitting in, you're watching TV and there Krishna Leela is going on, and suddenly that small child reminds you of your kabutar, your grandchild. Ooh, and I will also name him Krishna. One lady is there in Brisbane. She was living in Melbourne and they used to come, divorced. The son is a doctor and he is living in Brisbane. So she bought a house, she redid it and sold at a good profit, $300,000-400,000 profit. With that money, she went to Brisbane. And why? No, my son is, his daughter is young and he will need my help. And I also enjoy the granddaughter and she also loves me very much. And she went there. And it was going on. And then they had a second baby. And she did not work. She says, no, she needs my help. She's unable to do many things. I said, did you have help when you were pregnant and when you had your 2 kids? No. Then why you are overdoing it? She says, no, Swamiji, I also enjoy and I think they need it. And that young kid, the elder girl, she cannot live without me. I said, okay. But समझाया मेरा काम था. And then one day, as after 1.5 years or 2 years, she didn't work for 2 years. Waited. And every day she will go there. Sometimes she'll make some food and take it for the son and the daughter-in-law, everything. And whenever they want to go out, they will leave the kids at her place and they will go out. And one day, only one day this happened. Huh? She said, son, I am coming. He said, don't come, we are going out for dinner. Don't come, we are going out for dinner. She has taken 2 years, put her life on stop for their family. And they are going out for dinner. This thought did not come to him. Mom, you also come with us. And she called me. Ganga, Jamuna, Saraswati. And Swamiji, this is what he said. And I feel very hurt. I said, I have been telling you for 2 years now. Don't over-invest. When they keep the distance for your mental health. But you want to be used and abused. And now suffer. Then what should I do? I should find a job and say I'm not available. She's very good at what she does. Immediately, within 1 month, she found a job. This time when we went to Brisbane, last year when we went to Brisbane, she had the job. And she says, now I'm consciously, if they say, Mom, we are doing this, can you come and babysit? And sometimes when I feel like, I say yes. Sometimes I don't feel like, I say no, I'm busy. Because I have my life. I said, good, very good. So slowly, keep weaning away. Go when you want. Let them live their life. Let them pay their bills. Let them get a nanny. And when you go spoil them and come back. Otherwise, did you have that type of support? No, you didn't. All us NRIs, what support do we have? Nothing. But you do it. But these parents, no, I am building this house for my son. He's earning twice the amount you are earning. And you are building the house for him, is it? Get out all this. This is the longing, some attachment somewhere, some rust in relationships, rust in whatever you possess, rust in memories, to revisit them again and again and again in your free time. All this must stop. And lastly is the sense of blankness. Even if you have overcome all this and your mind has become quiet, when the last thought goes away, you end up in a void in your mind. And that is also a wrong conclusion on the seat of meditation. Mind should not go into blankness. Then where should it go? It should go back to its source, which is the consciousness. Presence of a thought and absence of a thought are two conditions of the mind. Understand? Absence of the thought. Now I am seeing nothing. Then put on the light. That light is being self-oriented. But because your attention was outwards, when your attention is outwards, then presence of thought will lead to absence of thought, and you will call it emptiness, you will call it void, you will call it shunya, you will call it nothingness. And that creates another problem. So we don't want to go into that state. And for that, you have to do the correct inquiry. So with correct inquiry, what is constant and what is changing? So what is changing? Presence of thought and absence of thought. Both are changing. That absence also goes away if thought appears. And the thought also goes away and gives way to absence. So absence and presence are both two conditions of the mind. Get out of it. You are the witness. You are the consciousness. You are the unaffected principle in whose presence the presence and absence is going on. This I explained to you. You keep chanting Om or your mantra. As it matures within you, Om Namah Shivaya. Then there's a gap. Then there is Om Namah Shivaya. So presence and absence. This is the principle. This is the flux. This is the spandan which is going on in the mind continuously. So recognize this. And therefore, here it said, one desiring the knowledge of Brahman should slowly get rid of such. These are only few of the obstacles. There is other texts are there in which even more deeply they have gone into and told the various obstacles. But this is enough. This encompasses everything. So one must be this longing is also one more thing. Satsang it was very wonderful to be in the satsang. So we want to go back to satsang. Why? To experience that wonderfulness again. We sit in meditation. Today it was so wonderful, peaceful meditation I had. And next day, again you want to experience the same peace which you experienced yesterday. But last night you had lot of chilies and chole. It will not allow you. And then you get disturbed. Why is it not happening? Why is it not happening? Arey, you are not the same person who was yesterday. You are already changed. Everything about you has changed. The world is not the same. You think it is the same room, same house, same children, same. Everything has changed. You can't see it, that's your fault. Live in the present moment. And in this way, then while thinking of our object of the mind, this is about I have already explained this. Here it was told as a warning, those who give up this supremely purifying thought of Brahman, such people live in vain and are on the same level as the beasts, meaning Pashutulya. And I explained in the morning that what do the animals live for? Nidra, Ahar, Maithunam and protecting their territory or marking their territory. You also do the same. We sleep, everything that you are doing in your life right now, from morning till evening, except coming, I don't know, that you have to tell me. You have come here for food or you have come here for satsang? The words are also food, okay? So some people go to satsangs so that they don't have to cook at home. Many people have. When we were young, we used to go nicely dress up and get into the marriage. खा पी के बाहर आ जाओ. So nidra, ahara, the animals, birds, they sleep according to nature. At the right time, at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, they get up. Human being has a choice. He sleeps till, I have seen, 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock they get up in the afternoon. They're worse than animals. Ahara. Animals eat only as much as is required. And if they eat, they will, because they don't know if they can get another prey or not. So they eat. But then to compensate, next 2-3 days they will fast if they have overeaten. So it is natural in them. And if they have got an indigestion, they go and eat grass, etc., etc. But human being, he eat or eat, eat or eat, eat or eat. No fasting. See? Only living for eating. And that's what I was saying. Your activity from morning till night, what is it for? You get up in the morning for what? To go to work. You go to work for what? To earn money. And with that money, you buy food, you buy good clothes, you buy a house, you buy only for comfort and food, isn't it? Roti, kapda or makan. For that only you are working. If someone says, I will give you roti, I will give you kapda, I will give you makan, like Modi ji is doing, or like in, I don't know here, but in Australia we have Centrelink. The government gives you if you don't have a job, government gives you money. It used to. Nowadays, it is tested. Brother, why did you leave the job? Oh, it was not what I wanted to do. Oh, you did not want to do the job. You will not get any money. No handout. You do some community service, then we'll give you. You do some training, then we'll give you. Then where we place you, you have to work, then we will give you. If you leave, if you go break the whole thing, no community service, no seva, no training, then no money. This happened about 15 years ago. Before that, children used to grow. The moment they turn 16, the government gives them $350 per fortnight. They used to leave the home. 4-5 students will live together in year 11, 12, and they will get into drinks, drugs, and they spoil their life. All stopped in Australia now. Probably here also same. So, whole life. So, nidra, ahara. Now, last is maithunam. Even the animals, they live according to nature. Only when the right time is, they come together, the male and female come together and have the progeny. But human being, any time of the year, no control. And all we are doing is taking $2,000 to $3,000 of insurance, car insurance, health insurance, home insurance, and paying the money. Security. Sit down. Security. Animals also do the same thing, secure their boundaries, mark, the dog goes, the cat goes, they all mark their boundaries. So, nidra, ahara, maithunancha. If this is what we are living for sleeping more than required, eating without any control, copulation, having getting attracted to opposite sex and with the opposite partner, and without any morning, afternoon, evening, any time, any day, it is okay, then we are worse than animals. We are worse than animals. Human beings' dignity is in controlling his mind. Animals have a mind, but it is not fully activated, and therefore they live according to nature, as they are made by nature. Whereas human beings, they have something called choice. Animals do not have choice. They are products of their circumstances and their nature. We can change our nature. We can choose to be a Rakshasa, a demonic fellow, evil fellow, resentful fellow, hateful fellow, or we can cultivate love, compassion, empathy, and we have to work towards it. We can be a person who's always a complaint box, or we are a person who's always a solution finder for everything. So that is the choice that is given to us. So here he says, if you do not utilize the choice in this life, because you are born as a human being, and the choice is to realize that you are the infinite consciousness, essentially. You are not the world, you are not the parent, you are not the child, you are not the body, you are not the breath, you are not the mind, you are not the convictions that you harbor, but you are the infinite consciousness, and you work towards exploding your teeny weeny I into an infinite I, into the infinite being that you essentially are. That is the purpose of human birth. Otherwise, humans are living worse than the animals, with the examples that we just gave. And in this way, and how will you bring that about? By continuously contemplating on the consciousness that you are. Aham Brahmasmi, I am that Atman. I am the witness in whose presence the waking, dream, deep sleep come and go, the breath comes and goes, the body, the childhood, teenage, youth, old age is coming and going. All of that, everything that is not you is changing. And somewhere, because of some stupidity or ignorance, you have forgotten who you are, and you say, I am my thoughts, I am the mind, I am the, without breath I will die, without the body, I am the body, not without the body, I am the body. And we don't stop there. Then I am the father, I am the mother, I am the daughter, I am the sister. All these are virtual hats that you are wearing, and they are the ones who are in trouble all the time. They are the ones who are complicated. They are the ones who's carrying the load of whatever that relationship is. But you are the Atma, you are the witness. So when we live all our relationships, when we live all our responsibilities in the mind, they are only in the mind, not in the self, from the viewpoint of the self. So live through the life, whatever has to be done, whatever is coming in front of you, perform. If the child comes and says, Mama, I am hungry, no, I am Brahman. That will not work. Which mother you are calling about? Huh? Just now I was watching one short, and Krishna Bhagavan, after Mahabharata war was sitting in his Dwarka palace and playing the flute. Music going on. And Brahmaji came to visit and visit Krishna. So he knocked on came to the palace door. The Dwarpal is there, the doorkeepers. So they said, who are you? I'm Brahma, can't you see 4 heads? So the Dwarpal went in to Krishna. Krishna stopped playing the flute. He said, ask him, which Brahma is he? Which Brahma is he? So he went in and he says, Krishna, our Lord has asked, which Brahma you are? He pushed the Dwarpal away. What type of stupid question is this? There is only one Brahma. Went in. And the moment he went in, how come you are asking which Brahma? And in that moment, the Lord took the form of the Supreme Person and Sasra Shirsha Purusha, the vision that was given to Arjuna in chapter 11. He took that form, and so many Brahmandas are there, so many universes are there. And in that entire universe, there are many Brahmajis going on the swan everywhere. He says, oh, I thought I was the only one. That is the Brahmaji is the total ego. You are individual ego. So don't live in that arrogance. Ki, I am self-made man. From the village I came and now I have become such a great person. I have made myself successful. My children are well educated. Blah, blah, blah. All that is arrogance. It will not take you anywhere. You are making sure that you are going to invite suffering in the future if you have that type of attitude, where I am a self-made man. More knowledge, more maturity as you grow up must lead to humbleness, must lead to humility. If that is not happening, nature will teach you a lesson. And if it doesn't, everything is going smoothly in life throughout and now old age comes, that time it will catch you. When you are at your weak, when your willpower is weak, when your ego is weak. What will your ego do if you are completely ill? What ego can do? Children will put you into the hospital, nursing home. Oh, I don't like nursing home. Who cares? I can't handle you. Well, you will have to drink your poison that time. That poison of arrogance. So before you get to that stage and you think it will not happen to you. My children are not like that. My friends are not like that. Don't live in a fool's world. Don't live in a fool's world. So don't live in vain. If scriptures are telling you maintain distance from everything and everyone, yet doing your roles, do it, because that is the right way to live. If scriptures are telling us that bring your attention towards the conscious principle, then do it. In a small doses, do it. Because the purpose of the scriptures is only your benefit. They want to see you happy. They are not telling all these 15 steps of practice and so many verses, total verses 144 or 46. They are not said, Upanishads have not come to purposely trouble you. They come for your benefit. Have the intelligence, have the common sense to understand that scriptures have come into our life for our benefit. So instead of saying what they are saying because I don't understand, I think they are telling wrong. Rather, our approach should be, if they are saying that, then how come my life is contrary to what the scriptures are saying? Then my experience of life or my journey of life should imitate, or it should go according to the scriptures. Where am I falling short? Correct your course. One degree or half a degree of the sailboat. If the sail is half a degree, if you leave from, where are we in London? From the south of British Island, if you want to go to West Africa, and if your sail is 1 degree less, in that distance you will end up South America. So when we study scriptures, continuously our approach should be, is my sail correct? Is my focus correct? Are my actions prompted? Are they being prompted from and are they taking me towards the self that I am? Am I forgetting myself while I'm living my daily life? Am I being the witness rather than becoming caught up and distracted and lost in the world? And in this way, correct your orientation, correct your angle of approach. And then it said that once we start contemplating on the self, blessed indeed are those virtuous persons who at first have this consciousness of Brahman. First they have the glimpse, they come to recognize, they have got no doubt whatsoever because they are convinced that they are of the nature of consciousness. And now that consciousness, when does Samadhi begin? Samadhi begins when you recognize you are the consciousness in this body. Slowly, slowly, what should happen? That this consciousness is present in and through the entire creation. That must come about. And in this way, and such people who keep working to be absorbed in the consciousness and be transformed to see the consciousness or divinity everywhere, such people are respected everywhere. Continuing, we have already done this. Only those in whom this consciousness of Brahman being ever present grows into maturity attain to the state of ever existent Brahman and not others who merely deal with words. So, those people who only speak, talk, are able to repeat like a parrot from the scriptures, or they know the scriptures by heart. At a drop of a hat, the shlokas are at their fingertips. Such people, and they are proud of that, is not equal to realization. So important is, scriptures are not only to be by-hearted, but scriptures are, by by-hearting, what are you doing? You're creating memory, isn't it? And what are we doing? We want to go beyond the memory. So nothing wrong. You can, initial stages, you don't want to think about the world. You are creating a discipline. She chants Durga Saptashati every day. You chant Durga Saptashati every day. I watch videos every day. So what are we programming ourselves with? Initial stages. So once you become the witness, whatever the mind has been programmed with, it will keep playing that. So merely talking about the self, merely talking about the consciousness is not enough. Abiding, being absorbed in the consciousness and being the consciousness should be our purpose of life. Till here we saw in the morning. Now, continuing, repeat after me. Kushala Brahma Vartayam Vrittihina Suraginaha Vrittihina Suraginaha Tepya Jnanataya Nunam Punarayanti Yanti Cha Punarayanti Yanti Cha. And those persons who are only clever in discussing about Brahman but have no realization and are very much attached to the worldly pleasures are born. Such people again and again are born and die. They go to the cycle of rebirth and death. And this is due to this result of rebirth and death is because of the ignorance. And what is that ignorance? They did not realize the consciousness that they are. So the shunting keeps going on. What is that simple? Every day waking. Tonight you will go to sleep. Again tomorrow waking. Tomorrow you will go to sleep. Again you will be waking. And who is a yogi? He who remains awake when the whole world sleeps. The world is asleep to the consciousness. He is awake to his consciousness. When the whole world is awake to the world, if the people are awake to the world in the morning when you wake up, he is asleep to the world. That should be our orientation. And when you are asleep to the world means you are not taking anything in this world too seriously. You're doing, everything will happen, your duties will go on, but nothing, you're not hooked onto anything. You're only hooked onto one thing: I am the consciousness. And in this way, nimeshardham na tishthanti, shardham na tishthanti, vrittim brahma mahim vina, vrittim brahma mahim vina, yatha tishthanti brahmadhyaha, yatha tishthanti brahmadhyaha, sanakadhyaha shukadayaha, sanakadhya shukadayaha. The aspirant after Brahman, the pure consciousness, should not remain a single moment without the thought of the pure consciousness or Brahman. So right now, all the time, even if you are sitting here, your thought may be on your children who are, hope they do not touching anything, hope they are not falling, they will not fall down from the stairs, hope they are okay, hope they are not fighting with each other. Mothers are like that only. Trust. The more you have doubt about them, they will live up to your doubts. Remember this rule. If you doubt your performance of your children, they will live up to your doubts. But if you trust that, yeah, he is okay, he will be able to do it. He will be able to go to school by train or bus. He is only 6, 7 years, 6th, 7th. No problem. He will handle. I know he'll be okay. The child will live up to that belief. Similarly, what are you believing about yourself? If you keep believing I am the body, then body will trouble you. If you keep believing and that I am the pure consciousness, then so also it will be. So here it says, the aspirant of Brahman should not remain a single moment without the thought of Brahman. I gave this example again. I am giving you few times I have given in this series, and that is when a child has not come back from school for some time. If he's supposed to come at 3 o'clock and 3:15, 3:20, he has not come, the mother is continuously thinking about what has happened to the child, where has he gone, what must have happened, did he miss the bus, and the phone is not ringing, he's not picking up the phone, and with every passing moment, the focus on the child is going on increasing, and she's doing everything. चपाती बन रही है, सब्जी में तड़का लग रहा है, कपड़े धुल रहे हैं, कपड़े सुखाने, whatever has to be done, that is going on. But in the back of the mind, I am sure everything will be fine. But she can't stop thinking about the child. Exactly the same way. Live your daily life, and in the back of your mind, don't forget the pure consciousness that you are. Don't forget that. Like you are doing right now. You are living your daily life, but you don't forget that my children, my wife, my parents are all depending upon me. I have to provide for them. Isn't it? All your struggle, all your hard work, all your earning is for whom? For yourself. You're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it little bit for yourself, but it's to maintain the family, to take care of the family, to put food on the table, to help the parents back in India, etc., etc., etc. And it has become such a deeply ingrained that you don't even realize that you are thinking like that. But that is what is driving you every day. If that was not driving you, you will not go to work tomorrow. See? So shift. Right now you are doing it as a responsibility, as a duty towards the family. Understand, you have already programmed yourself enough. Mind will continue to do it. Now one part of your mind you take, like that mother, and keep thinking intensely about the consciousness that you are, again and again. And the example given here is just like Brahmaji is continuously creating the creation as an offering to the Lord Narayana. Are you creating the creation as an offering to the Lord? I did it. Gaya, khatam. Someone is going to take it away. And even if someone is not going to take it away, it is going to be, the nature of creation is manifestation, unmanifestation, manifestation, unmanifestation. Is Brahmaji worried when the pralay comes? Are you worried when the sleep comes? Then why are you worried when things are taken away from you? It should be similar, no? Totality is not worried. Individual is also not worried. यहाँ यार सब कुछ, where is my wife gone, where is my body gone, where is my breath gone, where is my money gone, where is my house gone? Everything you have to drop in order to be able to sleep, isn't it? Why are you worried? Then why suddenly in the waking period, if something is taken away from you or something gets lost and you get so disturbed, take it in the stride. That will happen only when our attention is on the conscious principle or on Narayana. So here Brahmaji is continuously doing everything for the Narayana. Sanakadi, the four brothers, the first children of Brahmaji, first creation of Brahmaji, they are also always thinking of Narayana. Shukdevji Maharaj, who was born from the son of Maharishi Vedvyas. In the womb only he heard the Srimad Bhagavatam and he became a devotee of Lord Narayana. And the moment he was born, after 12 years or 12 years, he just started walking and went into the jungle. He didn't want to be with father or mother. Also completely absorbed into Narayana. And such also are many other saints and sages. Ramakrishna Paramahans was totally intoxicated by Kali, Gondavlekar Maharaj by Ram, Hanumanji with Ram. What are you intoxicated by? Wife? Husband? Food? Wealth? Bucket list? All this will end one day. Then what? Then where will you go? Yesterday we were at the temple, but he only told me that one gentleman was there and he said that, no, not temple, someone's house. And he said that I have lived here for so many years and I have got everything. But now this time I went to Kumbh Mela. And in Kumbh Mela I saw, my God, 80 crore people coming, and all types of backgrounds, yogis, sadhus, with siddhis, with knowledge, giving lectures, this, that. I have never been exposed to our own culture till now. He was overwhelmed. And he came to that satsang. He says, first time I am coming to a satsang. I would, please let me know when Swamiji comes again. We would also like to host and have a satsang. Because now he is hungry. Yesterday we went to the temple. I took Adhyatma Ramayana. Some of you were there. And so many questions and so much eagerness to know. Eagerness. अच्छा स्वामी जी हैज़ कम. अच्छा देखते हैं क्या पढ़ाने वाले हैं आज हमको. इतने सारे स्वामी आ गए और इतने स्वामी जी चले गए. But we are sthita prajna. We are where we are in ignorance, established. Let me see what he is going to say which I don't know. If this is the attitude, nothing can happen. So that fellow is now grown up, elderly, in his middle age, in his 50s probably, and suddenly, educated fellow, suddenly it has sparked in him that I need to know more about my culture. I need to know more about where I belong. In the temple also, they started the temple. They didn't even know what Lalita Sahasranam is. They didn't know what Vishnu Sahasranam is. I said, you new temple. I said, start Lalita Sahasranam, Vishnu Sahasranam, invite other Mahatmas to give lecture, to have satsang, regular satsang. Do Sundarkand, do Hanuman Chalisa every Tuesday. Yes, yes. Oh, he was writing it down literally. But when you see that enthusiasm, it should not be only prarambashur, initial stages. And see, the temple does not there, whether it is the outside temple or this temple will not become a place of worship if satsang is not going on, if devotion is not happening. So you bring these activities. If you keep thinking, I'm going to charge for every, you should charge. They have to survive. But only thinking about money, how to survive the temple, how to survive, I don't want it to close, how do I do it? Rather, you create activities which bring people and not mechanical activities. Otherwise, if every priest, you go to temples, right? How many times that priest must be doing the archana of the Lord Balaji or Krishna or Ganapati? Maybe at least 10, 20 times, 50 times he'll be chanting 108 names of Ganapati every day. He should be realized by now. Then why is he not realized? Because he's doing it as a job. He's doing it as a mechanical. There's no, all the marks are correct. Clothes are also correct. Actions are also correct. But if he is not maturing into a beautiful personality, then he is doing it mechanically. If there is bhava, if there is devotion in his heart, then I know people, priests like that. They stop being priests after some time. Then they can't do it for public. We have a temple in Melbourne, and he used to do it with devotion. And so if over a period he says, I can't handle this politics, I can't handle all the pressure, I want to take the name of the Lord, but now I want to do it peacefully, not under the compulsion. I have to do it 100 times every day. That transformation must happen. One lady came to me, I told you, she came, Swamiji, I'm going to do puja every day, first day my puja, and please bless me. I said, go and take whatever dakshina comes and don't demand dakshina. But instead, do the puja as an opportunity to be in communion with God. And that God is not outside, He is inside. And how beautifully that lady is unfolding herself. So now you talk about yourself. Are you doing cooking mechanically? Are you cleaning mechanically? Are you going to work mechanically? Are you waking your children mechanically? Ut, yeah, 5:30, 8 baj gaye. Is there bhav? Is there love? Is there witness? Love must lead to witnessing. Otherwise, it will lead to irritation. Every day, I wake you up and you don't wake up. And then shouting, screaming, and so here what the verse is saying is, after having become convinced that the life is only to realize our true self, now live every moment enhancing that thought, building up the momentum within your mind to merge into the divine that you essentially are. So, with this verse ends the exposition of Raja Yoga in the light of Vedanta. So what was Raja Yoga? Those 15 steps, the practice. The practice was Raja Yoga. And and we have taken those yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan, samadhi from a Vedantic angle rather than I explained to you what is given in Patanjali Yoga Sutras, and I also told you the Vedanta angle of view of what is yama, niyama, asana, and so on. And in this way, the Yoga Sutras, the Raja Yoga can bring your faculties under control. But to complete absorption, you need Vedanta. Otherwise, you will just end up in Samadhi or you will end up in blankness. We have to avoid both. And in this way, karye karanatayata, karye karanatayata, karane nahi karyata, karane nahi karyata, karanatvam tato gachet, karanatvam tato gachet, karyabhave vicharataha, karyabhave vicharataha. The nature of the cause inheres in the effect and not vice versa. It is not the cause alone is appearing as effects. Effect is not appearing as cause. Parents alone are appearing as children. Understand? The tree alone is appearing as seeds. Seed is the cause. Seed alone is the cause for the tree. And this way the cycle goes on. But not the other way. So through reasoning, so what is the ultimate cause? Brahman, pure consciousness that you are. It is the one without a second principle. And in that, the entire relativity is imagined, projected. So through reasoning, it is found that in the absence of the effect, the cause as such also disappears. If there is no effect, meaning if there is no world for you to perceive, when there is no world for you to perceive? In deep sleep. There is no world available. There is no waking world. There is no dream world. Then where are you? You say, I am sleeping. But when do you say I am sleeping? After you wake up. So while whole world has gone out of your mind, where are you? Your mind has gone back to the source, the consciousness. Unfortunately, you are unaware of it. The whole journey is just simple as that. Allow the mind to go back to the consciousness and you be watchful. So, when there is no effect, there is no cause. Cause only. How do you know God? How do you know God? Have you seen God? Why do you say God is the cause of the whole universe? He is the material cause and He is the efficient cause. Why do you say it? Because you feel you are this body right now, and therefore, what is the cause of this body? What is the cause of all the living and inert creation? What is the cause? If just like my body is the effect of my parents, where has the whole universe come from? Who is the father of the whole universe? Simple. So we give it, and we give him another form, Brahmaji. Then where did Brahmaji come from? Then we say, Narayana. Where did Narayana come from? No, don't ask that question. That's blasphemy. He didn't come from here. He is always there. But if you remove the effects, if you remove the body, like in deep sleep, no body. You can't see your body, you can't feel your body, you don't know that you have a body. Then where is your mind? Where the whole creation was coming? It's gone back to the source. Is that source with form? No. That form comes only when you are addicted to forms. In deep sleep there is no form. So you have gone back to Paramatma Tattva. The mind has gone back to the pure consciousness because it came out of pure consciousness. In fact, it did not come out, Can we say wave came out of water? Or is just water alone is as if manifesting as waves? So we cannot say wave came out of water. It is appearing in water, existing in water, and dissolving back in water, isn't it? It is never, you can never see a wave independent of water. Exactly the same way, you can never see the mind independent of consciousness, and that consciousness you are. Then that mind is taking the form of waking, dream, and deep sleep, playing, going through the games. That water is taking the form of 1 wave, 2 wave, 3 wave, 4 wave, but it is always Purnamada Purnamidam. Similarly, you are always, you have never stopped being complete. You are ever complete. This you have to recognize only while you are living. And the window of opportunity is this human life. Animals cannot do it, birds cannot do it, gods cannot do it. Only human being can realize it. When? While living. How long you are going to live? Nobody knows. But you live in this belief, I'm going to live for till my children grow up. I will, enjoy the grandchildren, blah, blah, blah. Just now, today only, she got a news. 45-year-old, her cousin. 3-month-old baby. This morning when I came here, he came back home. The news was died. Went to the hospital with some pain. He had some problem, and within 1 day or 2 days, 3-4 days, died. 45-year-old. And you are thinking that I am, don't mess with me, I am a self-made man. I am healthy. I eat home-cooked food. I don't eat outside. I go to temple. I do my archana. I do my puja. When death has to come, it doesn't look at all these things. So before this body unmanifests, for whatever reason, when it will happen, we don't know. So the urgency that before it happens, I want to realize it. Not tomorrow, not day after tomorrow, not after retirement. Now, I want to realize the consciousness that I am now. This urgency, you have to, that urgency for the mother, where is my son, where is my son, why has he not come? That urgency is making her think only of it. The urgency that I have to be the consciousness, the independent principle, the all-encompassing principle. That is my true nature. Scriptures are saying it. Saints and sages have realized it. Then why should I be left behind? I am also going to do it. Bring that urgency within and live your life. It will happen. As you think, so you become. You think of children, you will become parents. You think of your parents, you will become son. You think of the world, you will be broken into pieces with different roles. You think of the consciousness, you will become a wholesome one, the pure consciousness. Then such people are called Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi, Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Then people give him start calling them Bhagwan. They didn't call themselves Bhagwan. People call them. See? And in this way, अथ शुद्धं भवेद् वस्तु यद्वैवाचामगोचरं द्रष्टव्यं मृद्घटेनैव दृष्टान्तेन पुनः पुनः. Then that pure reality, Brahman, which is beyond speech and mind, alone remains. That is the homogeneous consciousness. Once the wave realizes that it is water, What is my cause? Where did I come from? Who is my source? What is my cause? And it looks into itself. Instead of looking outside at other ways, it looks inside itself. And once it finds, what does it find? It doesn't find anything. It merges into water. The I, waveness, dissolves and only water remains. And water by nature is infinite. It is not finite. Similarly, this I, this consciousness, this ego, this jivatma, when it searches for its source, who am I? It merges into the infinite consciousness. It cannot be a limited consciousness. Not possible. So, which is beyond speech, that Brahman alone remains. This should be understood again and again through the illustration of the earth and the pot. Why do we use the examples of snake and the rope, water and the waves, and the gold and the ornaments, the earth and the pot? Because this is how it is. Just now I told you, consciousness, out of consciousness only the mind has come out. Consciousness is called mind when it thinks, when there is duality, when there is subject and object. If there is no subject and object, it is nothing but the pure consciousness. Every day it is happening in deep sleep. Every moment it is happening between two thoughts, between two breaths, between wherever there is two, in between is pure consciousness, and that you are. Again and again repeat. Initially you will not understand, you will get distracted. Again keep listening to it in satsangs. One day it will click. One day it will click. And when it clicks, that's your initiation. Nobody can click it from outside. We may be speaking, but the click happens inside. Just like earth alone was the reality, pots were not the reality, water was alone the reality, the waves were not the reality, gold alone was the reality, the ornaments are not the reality. Similarly, consciousness alone is the reality. The mind, along with all the multiplicity, is not the reality. The phenomenal world is ephemeral. Ephemeral means that which comes and goes, that which is changing. When you are over invested in the world, then you feel, I am changing, why me, why me? But when you are come to the source, then you are complete and you allow the destiny to unfold. Undisturbed by what the world is going through, it does not matter. Water is not affected by the waves. Where are the waves? How deep is the water? 14 kilometers deep. At the deepest in Pacific Ocean is the water ocean. The water is 14 kilometers deep. How deep is the wave? Even a big wave, maybe few meters deep. It's only on the surface. From that total 14 kilometers deep water, what is the status of a wave? Insignificant. Be rule is the same. All names and forms are insignificant. Pure consciousness is significant. So don't be over invested in names and forms. And what is names and forms? The whole phenomenal world. Anenaiva prakarena vrittir brahmatmika bhavet udeti shuddha chittanam vritti jnanam tataf param. In this way alone there arises in the pure minded a state of awareness of Brahman, which is after merged into Brahman. When you keep thinking, like we just now said, as the cause, as the water, as the earth, as the gold, again and again, find out different ways of understanding that example and apply it to the mind and the consciousness that you are. Mind is the name and form, or the world is the name and form, and you, in essence, who knows the whole name and all the names and form in waking, dream and deep sleep, is that pure consciousness. Keep applying that example, keep applying. There is no answer. But somewhere you will vanish in that contemplation. And where you vanish, you have merged with the pure consciousness that you are. And the moment you get absorbed in the pure consciousness, that very moment, all ignorance in toto vanishes. That means mind becomes free of all ignorance. And in this way, just like whatever fuel you put into the fire is eaten up by the fire. Afterwards, what is remaining? Nothing. The fuel, you put ghee, you put samida, you put wood, you put havan samagri. Some of you went to the havan, you are putting things. The fire consumes everything. So what are you putting? The Brahman is the reality. The mind is continuously putting the ahuti of thought, attention, again and again, again and again. And eventually there is no more attention to be kept because the mind has got absorbed into it completely. And in this way, come to that consummation, come to that complete absorption into the Brahman and shine in its own, and then shine in your own glory. Shine in the glory of Brahman. Sun does not need any light from outside to shine. And sun cannot be without sunlight. So what is your light? In your presence, people run away. In your presence, people go to sleep. In your presence, people only think of, I know, where I go to different houses, I know what to ask where. This Amma is good at paneer, this Amma is good at dal, this Amma is good at dosa, this Amma is good at good pangal, this Amma is good at pizza. I got so many cities in India, here also, I know what to ask everyone. So is my attention on that? Let our attention be on the Brahman. So that is the glory. So each person's glory was, so out of you, right now, what is your glory? Right now, as a human being, what is your glory? Your glory is vibhuti. Your glory is your expression. What is your expression? Some people are very good at poetry. Some people are very good at story writing. Some people are very good at making food. Some people are very good organizers. Some people are very good in mess making. Some people are very good in driving. Some people are very good in all these things. They have good balance in physical, mental, emotional, intellectual and spiritual balance in their life. Some people are very good in maintaining all the relationships. That is their glory. And sometimes you say, I wish I was like that. Because you are impressed by that, isn't it? That is how we are impressed by saints and sages. We want to be, when we are in their presence, our mind becomes calm, quiet, serene, tranquil. So we want to be like that. And that is possible. In this life it is possible. Karanam vyatirekena pumanadau vilokayet अन्वयेन पुनस्तद्धि कार्ये नित्यं प्रपश्यति. One should first look for the cause by the negative method and then find it by the positive method as ever inherent in the effect. What is negative method? Negative method is, I am not the world, I am not the body, I am not the relationships, I am not the possessions, I am not the breath, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am not the soul, I am the pure consciousness that there is. Why? Soul also comes and goes, the intellect also keeps changing concepts, mind also keeps changing emotions, breath also keeps going in and out, body also keeps changing throughout life. So everything that changes, I am not. Who am I then? I am that constant principle, that constant consciousness who knows all the changes. This is the negative method. But what is that consciousness? I don't know. So at least till I don't know, because I'm always getting distracted by the phenomenal world, I start deleting the world with the thoughts. What is that thought? I am the constant principle, and that which is changing I am not. So start weaning yourself away. You cannot go to sleep without weaning away from the world. Exactly the same way. Do it consciously. Every day you go out in the world, do whatever job you have to do. In the end, you don't stay on a tree. You don't stay in someone else's house. You come back to your house, isn't it? Every day. And अब मैं घर आ गया. You feel he doesn't go anywhere. He stays in the house all day. So he waits to go out. The majority of you people come back home and you feel relaxed. Now I have come to my chair, put your leg up, eat your home food, watch your TV, then go to bed. But you feel relaxed when you get home. And you are going home every night in deep sleep. Is there a way that in sadhana, when you are moving through the world, you can be at home all the time? It is possible. Then whatever is not home, start deleting. Start giving less importance to it. Don't be impacted by it. Don't get entangled in it. What is that? The world, the relationships, the possessions, the body, the breath, the mind, the intellect. The waking, dream and deep sleep. Will they stop? They will not stop. They will continue afterwards also. But you will be separated from that. You will watch it from a distance. Then will I perform all the jobs? The mind will do everything. Don't worry about it. Stop having that. So that is the Vyatireka sadhana. Vyatirek means separating everything that is changing from the constant principle that I am. And what is Anvaya? Anvaya is slow. Once you have come to the Atma that you are, the conscious principle that you are, now, not only this, I am expressing through this mind, I am expressing through these five senses, I am expressing through this body. No, I am expressing through all the bodies, all the senses, all the minds and all the intellects, including God's. This is the consummation of that experience. So you have to build the stamina, build the focus, build the purity, and purity will come when less things you are attached to, purity comes. Purity will allow you to abide in the self as the self. Then when you study Vedanta, you recognize Tattvamasi, you are that infinite, you the Atman are that infinite Brahman. Oh, Brahman is everywhere and Atma is only in this body. I realized the spirit in this body as Atma. But the scriptures are saying, the teacher is saying that I am everywhere. Where am I going wrong in my thinking? Then you get attracted to scriptures. Then you start reorienting your mind, whatever was the shortcoming in your conclusions about yourself. But Samadhi Abhyas must continue. And in this way, as the expansion begins, then Om Sahasra Shirasha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasravad. Then the whole universe is in me. I am in the whole universe. The whole universe cannot exist without me, but I am independent of the universe. This will be your disposition. ये मजा है जीने का. Without the conscious principle, there is no world. Without the water, there are no waves. Without the gold, there is no ornament. So without life, what is the source of this life? The pure consciousness. Recognize that. Be that. You are the master of everything. Then you are the true master. You will not even call yourself as master of the mind, because you are one without a second thereafter. Then you will not run towards anything, then you will not run away from anything. Why? How can you run away from yourself if you are everywhere? Space doesn't run away from itself. Space is everywhere. Water doesn't run away from anywhere. It's everywhere. Then what does it do? The water plays with the water. And in that play of water with water, wave is created. This is how the play of consciousness with consciousness, the creation comes about. Now this has become a leela. Now it has become the game of the gods. Then for you also, the whole world is only, then it is your leela. Rama Tirtha leela, Ramakrishna leela, Ramana leela, Satya Sai leela. कार्ये हि कारणं पश्येत् हि कारणं पश्येत् पश्चात् कार्यं विसर्जयेत् पश्चात् कार्यं विसर्जयेत् कारणत्वं ततो गच्छेत् कारणत्वं ततो गच्छेत् अवशिष्टं भवेन्मुनिः अवशिष्टं भवेन्मुनिः. I realize that I have gone over time, so we'll conclude here. Still another 6 verses left. 6? 5. Whatever. We'll do it in our next class. Maybe tomorrow, maybe on Friday. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Just sit quietly for a moment.